There were a lot of questions around data privacy. So knowing that that was such a visible piece to them, that they are wondering, how is this data stored? Where is this data going? What are you doing with my data? How do I explain to clients where this data is going? Is this safe? A lot of those privacy questions that was so refreshing to hear that staff are thinking about, but it's also a very challenging place to have to explain to that. Um, Thankfully, I wasn't the person that had to do the explanation at that point. It was our wonderful trainer who was doing all the explanation about
Thank
where those
goodness.
were going. Shout out to Larry on that one. But there were a lot of those questions coming up. There were a lot of questions around, and I know that this is one that comes up frequently. Do we need people to sign something for this? Do we need to have clients sign a release? How do we make a determination if we're going to have people sign a release? Where does that factor in? And then how do we monitor some of these things? So a lot of it really was, at least for that kind of first group of individuals, tied a lot to data, privacy, client protection, and how we address that as an organization, and that at the individual level, how to explain this to my clients, like this thing is going to sit here and it's going to listen to us and it's going to produce an output, which then I'm going to put into a note for, revenue or for that billing submission piece. A little bit of that, how does it work?